Hey there, riders and dot watchers. Welcome to the Great American Ride Recap Show presented by Buddy. As always, I'm your host, Charles. Well, it has been quite the day, and just moments ago, around 9:20 here on the East Coast, we have a winner of the Great American Ride, Team Shift Lab Cycle Club, clocked in a fantastic 3,703.4 miles since the race began on Saturday. That is a major, major achievement. Congratulations. Hopefully we can catch up with you this week and hear how bad it hurts. In a distant and also all alone second right now is Artemis Racing. They're about 2/3 of the way through with 2,335 miles under their belts. And the battle right now in the field is for third, where Moly's Bike Shop has taken over the third place position from the Fast Fierce Felines. Now, Moly's Bike Shop is a 12-person open team. The Fast Fierce Felines, as you may recall from our last update, is an 8-person female team. This is a little bit of jockeying across the different classes of teams, so it's really interesting to see how this is going to play out over the next few days. Let's take a quick look at the recap of how the race played out so far and see where everybody is on the map. All right, so here we are on the track leaders map, which is keeping an eye on all the teams moving across the U.S. Start out here in the Northwest, and we got some early separation here. And what you see there in that team number 8, that is Shift Lab. They made sort of the early move out of the start, got their pace going. And this may be a function of upload times, maybe time zones. But what we saw out of the gate was that Artemis made a quick move to take over from Shift Lab, and they really opened up a gap through Montana. They kept a steady pace coming into Wyoming, but right around Wyoming, we saw Shift Lab start to kick it into gear and pursue. And then once it got to Nebraska, Shift Lab just turned on the absolute afterburners and cruised right on into DC, where they arrived only minutes ago. So, what do we have to look forward to? Well, let's take a closer look here at the map and zoom in on this third place battle that's heating up right east of Casper, Wyoming. That number 3 pin, that is Moly's Bike Shop, who has just passed the Fast Fierce Felines. Were this not a virtual event, they could probably yell at one another from that distance. They're really battling it out now. Hopefully this turns into a great contest over the next day or two as they look to complete their rides. Now let's go back and take a look at where we are here. The peloton is really sort of spaced out up front and then tightens up. Most of the teams right now are somewhere in that eastern Washington to Montana region. So there's a pretty good cluster of folks who are just putting in the miles, getting it done, and working our way across the country. For now, we've got our first place finisher, and so we are going to try to catch up with some of the folks on Team Shift Lab and hear about how they did. Team Artemis, if they keep cranking away, it looks like they've got the second place finish locked up. But this is an event with a lot of people, a lot of moving parts, and a team who's within striking distance can go out and have one big day, 2 big days, and if Artemis doesn't keep up the pace, just as quickly as this race finished, they could find themselves with some people on their heels. So let's see what happens. I know that we're all excited to follow along at home, and we're all loving the reasons to go get out and ride, even if it's super hot, muggy, and sweaty out there. So that's our update for tonight. We're going to try to catch up with Team Shift Lab. Team Shift Lab, if you're watching, drop us a note either through the Facebook group, through the Great American Ride organizers, or just send me a tweet. I am at Charles TM. And hopefully we can catch up and hear how it went. Until then, cheers, safe riding.